Starved by addict parents, I gave them food to reclaim power and end years of silent suffering. I've always had a complicated relationship with food, but looking back, I realized just how twisted my parents' control over what I ate really was. They weren't the typical eat your veg. Growing up, food wasn't just about nutrition in my house, it was a tool for control and punishment. My parents were addicts. Mom was hooked on meth for years, and my dad was a violent alcoholic who used food as a weapon to keep me compliant. If I didn't act right, which was basically any time I questioned them, or tried to assert myself, dinner would get withheld or replaced with this disgusting slurry of canned beans and stale bread, and sometimes literally nothing for days. If I tried to sneak snacks from the kitchen, they'd get furious and punish me, sometimes by locking me in my room for hours or worse. My mom once told me it was her way of reminding me I was less than them, stuck in their chaos. Food is privilege, they'd tell me as they screamed and fought drunk in the next room while I starved. High school was hell. I was rail thin, constantly hungry. Other kids had snacks and lunches, and I was lucky if I got a peanut butter sandwich by noon. I'd steal money to buy chips and sodas from the corner store, but lived in constant fear they'd find out and beat me. I became obsessed with hoarding food secret stashes hidden in lockers and my backpack, because I never knew when I'd go hungry again. At 16, things hit a breaking point. My dad came home, blackout drunk one night, smashing everything, yelling at me over nothing. I was locked out in the cold, starving, shaking. When I finally got in, I found half-empty bottles of liquor, but no real food. I had enough. I started working multiple jobs, sometimes under the table, to buy my own groceries, and build a secret pantry in my tiny apartment away from them. It felt like a small victory, but the real turning point came months later when I finally got accepted into college far away. I packed bags with canned food, snacks, frozen meals, everything I never had. For the first time, I could eat without fear or shame. Years passed. I built a life where I could eat as much as I wanted without guilt. I also went to therapy and realized how deeply that abuse messed me up mentally and physically. I'm still working on it. But here's the sweet revenge. The last time I visited my parents, after years of NC no contact, I found out they'd both spiraled further into their addictions. My mom had been arrested for possession, my dad homeless and on the streets. I did something I never thought I would. I gave them food, real food, fresh and abundant, not the bare minimum they forced me on as a child. I left it on their doorstep with a note that said, "You controlled what I ate to control me. Now I choose what I give, and it's not silence or submission, it's mercy." I blocked their numbers.